I'm Jim Benson, and you're listening to TV Time Machine. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and visit our show archives at tvtimemachine.com.
I'm really just a girl from way back in the holler in West Virginia. All I really want to do is be a country singer.
Autumn's success could quite very well change my family's life.
Today on the TV Time Machine, we decide to go country as we find ourselves chasing Nashville. In this edition of our program, we are pleased to welcome Autumn Blair and her dad Jay Blair from the new docu-series Chasing Nashville. Ms. Blair is an extraordinary young singer-songwriter whose quest to break into the country music business is chronicled in this unique reality program. Over the next segment, Autumn Blair and Jay Blair will help us explore virtually every aspect of this fascinating series, which airs Tuesdays at 10 p.m. only on Lifetime, as we discuss the ups and downs of chasing a dream while chasing Nashville. Again, for those of you intrepid enough to sing about losing your girl, your truck, and your dog, feel free to cry in your beer as we leave the Grand Ole Opry of the past to experience a new generation of country artists in the present and for the future.
Please hear me now.
Autumn and Jay, thank you for coming on board the TV Time Machine.
Thank you.
Now, you're featured in the docu-series Chasing Nashville, which airs Tuesdays at 10 p.m. only on Lifetime. Autumn, tell us about yourself and what Chasing Nashville is all about.
Well, I am, as I say, just another girl from the holler, so I think I'm kind of down to earth, and I'm just chasing my dream on the show, and everybody gets to see my ups and downs, so I'm hoping that everybody connects with me and becomes a fan from that.
Jay, as Autumn's dad, when did you begin to discover that your daughter was blessed with a very special talent?
Well, she's always sang, and I can remember her standing on my mom and dad's fireplace hearth as a tiny girl, singing with a hairbrush like there's an audience in front of her and she was on a stage. So it's something, I guess, that we kind of thought she was going to do from the minute she could talk.
Hey, Autumn, what are some of the musicians whom you really admire and look up to?
I think the musicians I look up to the most are, of course, Loretta Lynn and Carrie Underwood, because they're so inspirational, because not only are they amazing singers, but they're such good people.
Jay, what is the most challenging thing as a dad helping guide Autumn through this process?
I'd say the most challenging thing is, first of all, trying to keep a job and do this. It's hard to take the time off you need to do the things that we've had to do.
Right.
And the second thing would be how you support your kid when they're doing something like this. Where's the line that you draw and you say, okay, you start patting them on the back and telling them they'll do better next time, rather than telling them, hey, keep going, drive, be the best you can. And the hardest part is watching them when they don't make it. They fail at something, and that's a real heartbreaker.
So, Autumn, how important is music to you, and what do you enjoy most about performing?
Music is one of the most important things in my life, because growing up it's been pretty much my whole life, because my family is very musical and everybody sings, even my dad. And I think my favorite part about singing is probably getting to sing at really important and inspirational things like charity work, because I think music is made to heal people and to help people through hard times. So that's probably my favorite part.
Now, this question is for the two of you. What excites you most about being on this show, Chasing Nashville, and how has it changed your lives to this point?
For me, the most exciting thing is probably getting the exposure and letting people see, like, who I really am and why I want to do music and my whole journey there. That's probably my favorite part of the show.
And my favorite part would be, or most exciting part, is watching my little girl chase her dream, because it's something that you hope for your child as they're growing up, but something as large as this, that's just exciting as can be.
Yeah, Jay, how important is it for you to see Autumn fulfill her potential?
It's very important for me because that's how I've raised her and my other children, is to be everything that you can. Chase your dreams. And to see her succeed is very, very important to me. And like I said, that's what's exciting about the show is the fact that I'm watching it before my eyes, and I don't even have to pull out a camera and take pictures or anything. I can just rewind and watch it on a TV show.
And Autumn, how important would it be for you to become truly successful in the music industry? How would that impact your lives and the lives of your family?
I think if I made it in the music industry, it would change my life and my family's life, of course. But I don't think it would change me as a person, because I love who I am. I love who my dad raised me to be, and I think I would use that to repay my whole family for the sacrifices they get and for the sacrifices they make for me to be in the music industry. So I think that it would help me give back to them for everything they do for me.
Jay, what are the qualities of Autumn that you would like people to know about?
I would like them to know how down-to-earth of a person she is, number one. And number two, how much she just wants them to listen to her music. And how big of a heart she has. Because being a big musical star, like we're hoping that she becomes here, I feel they lose path a lot of times. Some of them do, and I don't think she's going to be one of those people. I think that no matter how big she gets, she'll still have a big heart, and will just be the same one that cries during movies and loves turtles and things like that. That's what I would like America and the world to see.
Autumn, tell us about some of the other girls on Chasing Nashville, and who do you consider to be your biggest competition?
Well, the other girls on Chasing Nashville are all very, very talented, and I loved getting the chance to bond with them all during the TV series. I think to pick my biggest competition is really difficult because everybody's so different. Like, Savannah has that kind of a soul voice, and Helena's very country, and Julia has that indie rock kind of sound. And I don't know, I think that if I had to choose my biggest competition, I think it might be Helena, because she's very unique with her sound, and her personality on TV is just the sweetest and cutest little thing. I think people are going to connect with her really well.
Now, this question is for the two of you. What has surprised you most so far about your experience on Chasing Nashville?
Well, I'll answer first, I guess. It's been it's how difficult of a road it is, no matter what. I don't care how good you are, how good you think it's going. The road just gets more difficult and more difficult. There's always potholes everywhere, it seems, and just keeping a good attitude, I would think, is very, very hard, and that's the toughest part, I think.
For me, I think the toughest part was getting past some of the things that I'm not so great at. Like, I was kind of an awkward person at the beginning of the series. It was hard for me to get past that in, like, uncomfortable situations, which you'll see during the show. So getting past my uncomfortableness with things was really difficult for me, but I think I'm doing better at it now.
Autumn, where can people find out more about yourself and Chasing Nashville online?
You can follow me at my fan page, which is autumn-blair.com, and it'll show when my music's coming out, which will be very soon, and you can just find stuff about the show and everything there, so everybody make sure you tune in.
Autumn Blair and Jay Blair of Chasing Nashville, which airs Tuesdays at 10 p.m. only on Lifetime. Autumn and Jay, it's been a tremendous pleasure having you aboard the TV Time Machine. Feel free to join us again in the future or in the past.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, Jim.
Spoken.